The Lord be with you. Are you getting excited? Can you feel it? Valentine's Day is only 142 days away, and love is in the air. Many couples will be saying I do to each other, sealing their love with a sacred covenant. I remember the days when a bride and groom would leave their wedding reception under a hail of rice. In the 1990s, it became common knowledge that the uncooked rice would kill unsuspecting birds. The rice would swell in their stomachs, cause them to burst, and cause a tragic death. That does seem like a bad thing to have happen on your wedding day. So the tradition of rice, originally believed to foster fertility, was abandoned in favor of birdseed, confetti, and bubbles. When Sissy and I got married, people threw birdseed. I just wish Sissy's family had taken it out of the bags first. Ironically, there is no truth to the idea that rice is a threat to birds. Miyoko Chu, a Cornell University ornithologist, has stated that there are no documented cases of birds dying as a result of eating rice. She said, quote, "In fact, house sparrows, red-winged blackbirds, and bobolinks eat it all the time in the wild," unquote. I have seen what rain does when uncooked rice is thrown all over the entrance and the lawn of a church. I think I understand where this tradition came from. I'll stick with birdseed. There are so many superstitions in the world. If it rains on your wedding day, it's bad luck. And it is good luck if you are married at a time when the minute hand is rising, when it's going up on the clock. Did you know that? Step on a crack and you'll. Breaking a mirror means. Walking under a ladder brings. When we lived in Spain, we learned that it was considered good luck on New Year's Eve to swallow 12 whole grapes before the clock tolled its final gong at midnight. The clock would start gonging, you would start swallowing grapes, and you had to swallow 12 whole grapes, 12 grapes whole, before the last note on the clock sounded. That would bring you good luck. I would think it even better luck to be standing next to someone who knew the Heimlich maneuver. If your nose itches, it means that opening an umbrella indoors brings. Here are some things you might not know. The superstition about walking under a ladder actually originated 5,000 years ago in Egypt. A ladder leaning against a wall forms a triangle, and the Egyptians regard the shape of the triangle to be sacred. If you need evidence, check out their pyramids. To them, triangles represented the Trinity of the gods, and to pass through a triangle was to desecrate and dishonor them. This belief wended its way up through the ages. Centuries later, followers of Jesus usurped the superstition, interpreting it in light of Christ's death. Because a ladder had rested against the cross, it became a symbol of wickedness, betrayal, of death. In England in the 1600s, criminals were forced to walk under a ladder on their way to the gallows. And I bet you thought it was bad luck to walk under a ladder just because it might fall on your head. I admit it. That's what I thought too. I better go find a horseshoe and hang it open end up for good luck. I just hope a black cat doesn't come across my path on the way to the horseshoe store. Will throwing salt over my left shoulder do anything if I can't avoid the cat? What if 13 cats cross my path? That can't be good. And round we could go. But the simple truth is that superstition has no place in a Christian's life. Our lives are in God's hands. For a Christian, there is no such thing as luck. There is only blessing. When misfortune strikes, God is with us. When we don't know what to do, God guides us. When we have a decision to make, God provides us with wisdom. When we are troubled, God comforts and God corrects us. God lifts us up and God holds us up. Every day of our lives is known to God, and God prepares for each and every one of them. Now, I realize that most people do not live their lives according to superstitions or tarot cards or Ouija boards. But what does guide our lives, our decisions, our actions? What motivates us to do the things we do? May the love of God be with you now and always. Amen.